Hello, and welcome back to Rollercoaster Tycoon. Yes, the one and only. Where we are in June year 3 in some orange watered world, and we're doing actually quite okay for ourselves. At least, that is, if you take a look at just the park. If you take a look at our finances, no. After 3.5 years, we managed to not get above 8,000 game Eurobucks profit a month. However, it does have its reasons, because our pricing is so attractive that even the poor fellows that are entering this park can stay in the park for prolonged periods of time, thus giving us the ability to raise up the guest count to 1,600. Look, we're not that far off. However, there is a vandalism issue, and there is a whole lot of other issues, namely great rides being built. Last time we built this, the Aqua Droid. And we have boats in all various kind of colors. I don't think I'll do that in the future with this type of ride if I get to build it, but you know, I mean, right now we're sort of in the we just discovered this phase, and therefore I'm going all out bonkers with it. But I don't know, maybe next park, we'll be only doing this with the rides that can handle it well. You know, like these coasters, you know, like with the trains, like this just looks amazing. So anyway, having said all that, what we did last time was this. I think next up should be a gentle ride, like a car ride, and perhaps a thrill ride, like the Enterprise. Now, if we build the car ride, then we're out of gentle ride. So let's take a look at the eggheads. They just researched a water slide. So we have like, what do we have in terms of thrill rides? We have the Enterprise. We have this and this. So in terms of thrill rides, we are pretty much golden. We also got this. Yeah, I think it's time that we do some gentle rides till it's time to go with the coasters. Now, as for the Enterprise, I mean, obviously it needs to be over here on this side of the path, but well, there is a bit of an empty area here. We're also well past halfway. We're not well past halfway building in the park. So I'm going to leave this open, and if we need to, we can fill this up. But I think what we should do is just slam down the Enterprise right over here and call it good. Are we there? What we could also do is build this. This also seems good. So long as we build it here, we won't interfere with our future coaster that's going to live right next to it. And that might even influence the ratings nicely. Yeah. Ooh, you know what we forgot to do though? Quickly set that up. We forgot to do a thing. Look how cool that is. And then down into the lift. I think this is just so cool. You know, unheard of. Anyway, what we need to do is we need to say welcome to the Travel Clef. And you are a $50 person with no nausea tolerance, so you'll even get sick from miniature golf. Okay, and then we also say welcome to. Well, we've turned the infos on before we said welcome. Gravity, you will also be in the park. 80 game Eurobucks. And reasonable ride tolerance. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright. And then, I don't know, but do we also have Nico DT? Not sure, but... Oh. He's already in the park. Well, that's me for picking up random. Alright, so I guess what we're gonna do then is we're gonna say that Brad Baker is in the park. I mean, I'm adding so many of these guests from the list, you know, so many of the viewers, that we're gonna have doubles, but I don't care, it's the second to last park. So, welcome to the park, all of you. Enjoy your stay. May the tycoons, may the rides smile upon you. What we're gonna do is we're gonna set up this ship. That's what we need to do. We have a handy dude for this area. I don't know if that will be good enough. for now, we're gonna leave. We're gonna assume that it is, and we're gonna charge $5 for it. But this ride will not be at the 5-game Eurobug price like forever, because this will lose popularity at some point. I mean, is that like this? No, not like that. I'm really curious as to where we're gonna end up with like profits, you know, for the park. But we'll find that out. Let me just open this. This isn't anything special, really. So this is gonna be called not the swinging ship. This will be called the we should call this. Why don't we call this the hyper warp drive. It's a bit of a name, but it's spacey, right? And I hope that that's enough. Also, we miss a thing here. Yes. I don't know if it almost seems to me that we have so much space music everywhere that the game is like, yeah, but now there's too much, so now I'm gonna be like, I don't hear you, you know, it's cancelling each other out. It almost feels like the game's doing that. Now, that needs to happen. We also need that. And one over there, pretty good. Let us also, just to be sure, get like a handy dude out here. I don't feel like taking the risk, and the one handy dude that we have might not be up for the task at hand. So, now as for the coloring, are we gonna leave it as is? It is cool. It fits well. I think we should. Let's not change it, you know? Also, I think what we need to do is just expand the path a little and then add some shops and stalls here. And I think that till here is about as far as I wanted to go in general, and then we'll just go around and make the intersection there, you know. So yeah, that seems like a good plan. So we'll get shops and stalls down here. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. So let's get some. Definitely we want a toilet. For sure. We also need drinks here. We also need food here. Maybe something like a hot dog will do. We don't have hot dogs nearby. We don't have much of anything nearby, really. Maybe we should do like the seafood. I think that's more fitting. I think that's even further away. And we do want variety, so there. Seafood it is. Good. Now, I look at our money and I think, oh, you know what I totally forgot to do? We totally forgot to open this up, and look, it's very good and safe. No need for a fix mechanic. Why have we not opened this? The Aqua Droid. This is gonna be a great boon to our guest count. It's also, for some reason, it's not that crowded over here. It might be because the majority of the guests is actually over here. Or is on... I thought that these were all specks of vomit. Can you imagine how paranoid I am for that? Oh man. Also, this it seems to me like, yeah, there's again a concentration of vomit again. You're just walking, get yourself there and clean up. Alright. Good. We have a gentle ride to construct, guys. That's what we have to do. As for like the gentle ride of choice, it is of course going to be a car ride, and I think what we should do, we have quite a bit of space over here. We could build it on the inside. We could also build it over here and maybe do a little bit of interfering with like the terrain here. And then, for example, go between Well, maybe that's not possible, you know. But what we could do is maybe interfere just a little, and then, you know, do cool track stuff. I don't know, we'll see. But we will do what I just said, and what we'll do is, yeah. But if we do that, I think, you know, with the car ride, I think it would be the most clever thing to build the water coaster first, just so we know where it's gonna sit. We don't do anything stupid with the car ride, because a mistake is easily made in that regard. So this is just for setting it up. You know, nothing. We're not gonna build this ride. I want the car ride first. But what we are gonna do is this. This seems really clever if we do this. Totally does. And of course I am clever, therefore we do this. Or was it not like that? I don't know, and I don't care. Ooh, you know what we forgot to do as well? Over here, this should be the area of one handy dude, you. You also have the coaster. Let's have the other handy dude, the guy for over here, also take this area. Now he has like a double exit, but I think he should be able to manage. Now the good thing as well is with this is that the coaster will add to the ratings here. So that's a win-win situation. Now guys, we are gonna get a car ride. Don't worry, it is coming. But look, this should be going up soon. Also, you are broken down. 8.30, 8.35. Really good, really good. The car ride, guys. I've dilly-dallied a little bit, you know, got sidetracked, but it is time to build it. Where is it gonna live? We can have this live safely over here, for example. Can we? Maybe we should put it back a little bit further, but then we're gonna run into height issues there. I don't feel like putting it back quite that far. Maybe what we should do instead is putting it over here. You might think, like, wait, over there, like damage? Are you losing it? No, not really. Okay, maybe, maybe slightly. I'm gonna do something like this. Don't want to go too far. We also don't need the exit far. And if we connect this up like so, that's the quickest connecting it up. We can also wait, now I think we need to go over here towards this area. So if we do it like this, we should be able to get above the path. Well, that would be wonderful. That's kind of the why we're building it this far out, you know, to get this above the path. Right, let's see what we can do here then, right? Yeah, this is what we wanted. Now, as for like the return, let's see, let's go one out. And then what we should be able to do is maybe, can we go like one higher so we have like a slight incline above the station? And then a decline, but not too far, because then we'll hit the terrain. Nice. I like where this is going right now. Yeah, this is cool. We don't want this to be too long, but I definitely don't mind this going a little bit out there. Now we're not gonna... well, maybe, alright, maybe we should. I mean, after all, this ride does benefit greatly from being next to path. And that is what it is right now. And then we should go up. Right, that we should do one sooner. So if we go up. then maybe we can already go down. Too high for support. That's gonna hit the issue. But that's doable. Alright, still the support issue. Fine then, game. If that's the way you want it, that's the way you shall have it. Alright. So far, so good. And we're gonna stay all the way out here just to make sure that we don't interfere with the future coaster, for which we do not have a track yet. We're gonna hug the borders of the park here, nice and safe. And now, it's not like we're gonna do any more fancy track stuff, so it's just back to the station ASAP. Because already, this car ride will have like a track time of like 1,000,000 years. That, it is known, Khaleesi. Oh man. Yeah. Also, just so you know, I've not seen like the last 2 seasons of the Khaleesi series, right? You know what I'm talking about, and I don't intend to do so either. So you can spoil all you want. Because as far as I am concerned, you know, the show is basically just a vomit of the novels. The novels are so much better. So there. Having said that, this, ladies and gentlemen, will be priced only at $3. Because if you build this right, then you have you can have this be like pretty much like that. They will take the $5 as a price like forever. Look, this for me is also good. This is proof that the guests can return to the station in their swan boat. So pretty good, pretty good. I like it. Now, yeah, it's not crowded over here, is it? We really need to lure in more guests. Maybe what we should also do is once we go around the corner here is add another t-shirt joint. Once we do go around the corner, we have all of a sudden like miles and miles of area to fill out. That's not bad, but anyway, do we have space cars? No, we have vintage cars, but that doesn't fit space, right? Let's go with racing cars. Sports cars, racing cars. Because Formula 1, you know. And, oh man. I mean, poor sucker Gasly. Well, not really. I mean, he should have driven faster. Maybe he can do a practice run here. Oh yeah, you know, speak about practice. This is going to be called Aero Track de Catalunya. There. For Gasly, you know, to practice, as this is the practice track. So that's all good. We'll open it up, basically. There's no need to do any testing or any of that fancy. What we will need to do is set the time here to 25 seconds. And that's based on my empirical measurements of being a good tycoon and knowing this stuff. That's very scientific, you know that. Let's do black. Let's do green. And let's do the cars. And of course, this is gonna be different colors for each car. So let's just do that really, really quick. Right, well, guess which teams we are hosting on this track, right? That should not be too difficult. At least I hope. That is if you are knowledgeable, huh? Mm-hmm. Anyway, now that we have this, I'm pretty sure that this will be all right by itself. Maybe we need an extra mechanic, but how are we for staff expense? Yeah, we're really raising that, but not raising our income. So we're not gonna hire the extra mechanic for the moment. What we are gonna do though is we're gonna add the rest of the track for Rollercoaster 1. Now, I mean, this needs to be gone. There's no questioning that. But I think what we need to do is make sure that we can get this somewhere. That's the most important thing. Oh, already? Really? No. Up, and now we should lift it like really far. Okay, that's not gonna help. So maybe if we keep it like that. I was trying that so that we could like do the lift hill rather cheap, but not gonna happen. I wonder, how far can we really take this? I kind of want to do all its track stuff over there and then underground it, right, and then resurface somewhere over here or something. I don't know. I don't really want to go this far out, so let's not do that. We don't have to really either. Like what we can do... At least, I think we should be able to. It's just this. Yes, and then even further down. Then even further down. And then... There is no no photo session type of track here. Okay, so that's not gonna work. And for this we need to terraform, but maybe let's. I don't know. This the other track was kind of building itself. This one's a bit more difficult. I'm not happy with what we're doing here. Come from height 21, so our speed won't be that great. So if we do this and go out there, I mean that is good track design. This we don't have any water sections in the coaster though. We can add quite a few here. Or we just do the one. I mean, that just adds excitement, basically. And then... Well, also hear the message spam. That's why I usually do not add that many guests named to the park, but... Well, we have it here now, so we might as well enjoy it, right? I'm looking at our money and I'm thinking, okay, it is time that we figure out the way back, basically. But what we can do, we're like down really deep right now, and we haven't done that much specialties. And this is all purely to get over here to this side. I don't feel like going there right now. We need to do at least something over here. Let me see what we can do. I don't think we'll even make that, so maybe we can go through our own tracks over here. Would that be possible? It doesn't look like it is, but I don't know. Wait, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe. Nope. I was definitely not wrong. Unless what we do is this. And then we do this with the lift. And then this. Look, now, this is what I want to see when I'm talking track design. Look, this is cool. So, what was the terrain height again? Let's height 9. So, in theory, what we should be able to do is, let's see. Can't do that. I mean, obviously we can do that. That's not an issue. But now we run into a problem over there. So I guess what we need to do is just drop it down. And then curve it. But that one splash there is definitely helping. So now I feel comfortable doing this. You know, now I think we've added like a cool track section to it. However, there is still the issue of getting back to the station. And I think what we're going to do is shoot out over here. Rather than going like miles over here in this area, I don't feel like doing that. I feel like going out here, returning like that in a loop. I think that is what this coaster should do. Are we like way too far down for that now? Oh yeah, we definitely are. We're like way too far down. We don't need to be down this low. What we can do though is do a little bit of water sections. I don't think we've lost all our pace at this point. So, and also I think it would not be such a bad idea to maybe add one more and then... Also, I don't think we need to bank the curve there, so we can do one further, because I think we'll be pretty much down to base speed here. That's not a bad thing, so long as we can recover from that, which I believe is what we're doing here right now. This, guys, this I like. And we need to get back all the way over there to height 13. We're only at height 18 right now. But we're not in anybody's way. And that's the most important bit here. So I guess what we're gonna do is rather easy. We're gonna huggle the path. We are at height 14. Rather than doing that straight away, we're just gonna huggle the path. Like that. Do one water section. And then just say, okay, you know, what we'll do is we'll be good coasting. Look. We can even go like over here, I believe. And then do water sections around. No, actually, hold on a second. That was a bad decision, because then we won't be able to make the curve. So... And then, just to make it crash-proof, there. Pretty good, pretty solid even. I like this. Let's test ride this, because I have the feeling that we might be onto something here. Now, also, we can definitely put a 10-minute construction thing on it. Ooh, and... Okay, now we got gentle rides coming all around now. We got a slide, we got a merry-go-round. And what's next? Because those we already got. So there's another one coming up. So right now we're good in the gentle ride department. Well, actually, we only have 2 slam down ones, but that's okay. I think what we need to do is get ahead and research like a shop and stall next, and then do a coaster afterwards. So that way we're a little bit ahead of the curve, because we're building all the coasters in pairs. We're a little bit ahead of the curve, therefore, you know, because it's just taking more and more time, basically, so... It is pretty good, though. I am a bit worried about the vandalism. Shall we do like a quick Wow, look at the crowdedness over here. It is insane, I tell you. I do have a feeling, though, that this stretch again. Like seriously, this again. Handy dude. What? No, handy dude. Get your ass down there and clean up. For goodness sake. I think we're actually good on the vandalism. Surprisingly enough. Given the history that we've had with vandalism, you know, and and the cooling down corner here on Venus. Also, guys, I'm just saying, but we're getting pretty close to the 1600 here, you know. Just saying, and we have plenty of room to expand. Also, our finances have not taken that big a hit. I thought it would be worse, but it's not really that bad, to be fair. I really thought we would do worse. And in terms of pricing, we don't need to worry about anything, really, because everything is so dirt cheap. Though, having said that, this definitely needs its pricing adjusted. It's expensive to run, but it's still gonna be the $1. It's just the way we are gonna operate, you know. Once it's not popular anymore, it is gonna drop down to ridiculousness. Right, so we need to follow this around. Now, just so that I also know what we're doing here. We only really have... how many water sections? Oh, quite a few, actually. Water sections do add, so... but this curve here... that's the crucial one. I'm not sure whether or not after the water section it will have pace enough to pick up the lift there. I hope it does, but if it breaks down and it stalls like right on the start of the lift because the lift doesn't do anything, yeah, we're in trouble because then we get a pile up here. That's an issue. I'm calling it now. If it happens later on, you will know that I foresaw this. But I'm not gonna change the track design. I think this is a cool track design right now. You know, wasn't happy at first, but I am now. So let's open it up, and we shall call this. Why don't we call this Mechanitron? No. Everything is a Tron or a toy. That's not really. We should call this Futura Mechanica. Yeah, definitely. Now. Shall we do just like a black and white track? And then go with like orange supports. No, because that does the wood as well, and that just looks bad. This looks better. I'm not gonna say it's good, but we also have again some coloring to do. So really quick, let's do it. Right, well, Futura Mechanica, huh? I guess it's a thing. Now, there is, of course, a thing that we need to do, and that is setting it up, you know. With that, I mean this, of course. I'm pretty sure that regarding the track time, it will be more or less equal. I'm gonna say that, well, actually, coming to think of it, this is like the one lift there. And then it goes all the way over here. That's like a lift back. And over here we have like 2 lifts, but no lift back. So I guess it might be more or less equal. So knowing that, you know, the Futura Mechanica and the Aquadroid. Oh, look at this. You can really see what I did over here with all the different textures. And then just one boat to break it all. Oh, and you know what we can do? I think it... yeah, I want to say that I think it erases the settings if we do that. We can do a golden boat. Look, like that. This looks fancy. I like this. But yeah, you know, so I think what we should do in terms of like timing, because we have like 90 seconds, 9 boats. I think if we keep this wait time at a max of like 20, we should be pretty good. I don't think we need this to be any longer or shorter. So, oh crap! Don't click on my way. I need to do both. Derp, derp. Then we'll also do 20 seconds here. Pretty good so far. I have to admit that the park is rather nice, you know. Kind of like how it's going. It's a bit, you know, there is this slight hint of a challenge because of how poor the guests are, but overall it's not too bad. And despite it being in an orange alien world soup, it's also not too hard on the eyes, you know, because of the budget constraints. Our coasters are also not too extravagant; they're not too extreme. So yeah, I'm pretty okay with how this is going. However, this was still a mistake, but in the end, it didn't really cost us that much because right now we're like 44 guests off. I think that, you know, it's safe to say that we got it more or less in the pocket. So we're not there yet. So we still have to finish it. And right now, we know for the Aqua Droid that it has a 6.65. Meow. Meow. We don't even know what the Futura Mechanica has in terms of ratings. But we're gonna find that out next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.